Coming up, spring is officially here, which means fishing season has finally arrived. We'll tell you if they're biting. Plus, local high schools are replacing standardized tests with the ACT. We'll tell you why. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Aaron Vidito.
And I'm Aiden Casey. Thanks for tuning in. Well, despite some snow and wind yesterday, springtime is here. If you happen to pass by a lake, you might see some locals participating in a favorite pastime, fishing.
That's right. Local fishing holes like the Francis Short Pond are already being stocked with fish. NAZ Today's Paige Kenny has the story.
Warmer weather is starting to lure in people who've been waiting all winter to lure in the fish.
It's still winter. I've been waiting for spring, but that's why I came out today, because it's going to be the best day for a few days.
And it's plain to see fishing is not always easy.
Even if there's no fish to catch, it's still nice to just be outside, you know.
Today at Francis Short Pond in Flagstaff, it seemed like the fish were having more luck than the people.
The fish are in the water. You just got to figure out what they want, where they are, and be there at the right time.
But it's not just catching fish that makes fishing something worth diving into.
Just to get away from, school and stuff. It's kind of stressful. Like, I just had 3 exams this week. Finally got my license, so it's just kind of nice to come out and just chill for a little bit.
Fishing for me is just being outside, just enjoying it. It's my therapy, I guess you could say.
I've been doing it all my life, and I see no reason to stop now.
Like the Becker family, who came up from Phoenix to hopefully watch their bobbers go down.
The weather, relaxation, it's just good to be outdoors, trying to teach our son the same thing. Don't want to be locked inside staring at a TV or a computer.
Besides the favorable weather, another reason to cast a reel is that local lakes are getting stocked with more fish this time of year, which should increase the chances for today's unlucky anglers.
Until they're fishing here, you're not catching very many. When they do put fish in here right away, the other fish react and they won't bite for a while. A few days later, the fishing's really great for a while.
Though not all fishing secrets get shared, what fishermen will share is the shoreline, a good conversation, and a beautiful sunny day. For a time, anyway.
Depends on how long my patience and my hunger outweighs each other.
Paige Kenny, NAZ Today.
If you want to head to a local lake to cast out a line, you will need a fishing license first from Arizona Game and Fish. The cost is $37, but if you're over the age of 75, under 10, been living in Arizona for more than 25 years, or a disabled veteran, you can get a license for free.
Speaking of water, it's National Water Awareness Month, and mayors across the country are asking their citizens to take the pledge to save water in any way they can. Prithvi Kalosia has more on the story.
It's April, which means Flagstaff is back at it again saving water. Conservation Manager Tamara Lawless, along with other community volunteers, showed their support recently by promoting Water Awareness Month and how Flagstaff can be a part of this national competition.
We do tons of public outreach and tabling. We participate at Earth Day every year. Our staff will be doing a rainwater harvesting workshop at Earth Day this year. We do lots of social media posts trying to help people understand how they can conserve water. And today, for example, we've got leak kits that people can take home, and they can really take a personal approach to understanding their water consumption at their house.
Flagstaff already leads the state, but the City Council has made a goal to be the national leader in water conservation, according to Mayor Coral Evans.
It's about looking at ways we can conserve water, taking a pledge to conserve water, and most importantly, following up on that pledge and being mindful of it all year long. We live at a high plateau. We live in a desert. We know that Arizona has drought conditions, and it's just really asking us to be more mindful about how we use water so that future generations have water to use as well.
Prithvi Kalosia, NAZ Today.
And you can be part of this national competition to make Flagstaff #1 in water conservation. Just go to mywaterpledge.com to take the pledge.
A man accused of fatally stabbing his wife in Dooney Park last month has pled not guilty. Sheriff deputies responded to the domestic violence call on March 21st, where they found Crystal Morgan, wife of Timothy Duran, with more than 20 stab wounds. Duran was booked into jail on the same day and pled not guilty in Coconino County Superior Court during his arraignment on Monday. The trial for one of the 4 defendants involved in the death of a man at the El Motel is being delayed. The incident occurred in September of 2017, where 4 people were involved in beating 23-year-old Jaron James. Myral Gorman, one of the suspects, was set to stand trial April 30th, but the trial has been pushed back to October 15th.
For the first time since 2015, high school students in Flagstaff did not take the AZ Merit State Test. Instead, they completed an ACT test.
Our high schoolers are actually taking ACT-based standardized test. That's a really unique opportunity for our juniors who are getting to take the college preparatory exam that will actually be able to be used in college applications.
Administrators say offering this test to students benefits them in more ways than one.
What we really love about this opportunity is not only are we taking an exam that highlights all the work that students do throughout the year, but also it's a true snapshot of where our students stand in relation to their college aptitude, and then it also places them a step ahead to where they're going to be able to prepare for their college applications if they decide to go that way.
High school juniors took the ACT test, while sophomores took the pre-ACT. Meanwhile, freshmen took the Aspire test.
This Saturday is Record Store Day, a worldwide celebration that started back in 2008. Although Flagstaff doesn't have an official record store, that doesn't mean folks can't get into the hobby. Since their projected death in the early 2000s, record sales have been on the rise. Catherine Myers, a local record event coordinator, has some ideas on why record sales are increasing.
For me, I think it's all about the physical experience, looking through records with your friends, checking out each other's collections, being able to share and trade. MP3s just aren't as tangible, and I think that's a big part of it.
Bookmans will be hosting an event to celebrate Record Store Day this Saturday. Marketing coordinator Katie Evans has her own idea for the cause of what she calls the vinyl revival.
I think the attractiveness lays within a couple different factors. So there's nostalgia, right? People maybe want to collect the albums that they probably had as a child. A lot of people are inheriting albums. I myself inherited albums from like my mom and my dad that I still have. And then I'm also collecting things that I'm more interested in. So maybe records that they hadn't listened to, but maybe I grew up with.
Younger record fans and seasoned collectors mingle together at similar record events, all looking for that special album to add to or start their collection.
I have one. She has 5
I think I got like 20. So yeah, just kind of start. I'm kind of new to the vinyl world, so start my collection.
While the exact figures for used record sales is not readily accounted for by big retailers, smaller websites that deal primarily in used vinyl show increased sales nearing the peak of the market back in the 1980s. Bookman's unofficial Record Store Day celebration begins this Saturday at 5 p.m. and runs until 7 p.m.
Well, it's Thursday, which means it's time to highlight a local shelter animal as our pet of the week.
This week, we highlight Zahava, a shepherd mix from the Coconino Humane Association who is looking for a new home. NAZ Today's David Smith has more.
This is Zahava, a mature dog who still has a long life in front of her, despite having already been a mother.
So Zahava's been with us for a little while. She came in back in December. She came in as a stray with 7 puppies. So we kept her with the 7 puppies. We got the 7 puppies adopted, and now we've got her still here, so we need to try to get her moved out of here because she's been here for about 4 months now.
In that time, Zahava has since been neutered following the adoption of her puppies, as well as receiving her shots. Since then, she has become known around the shelter for being energetic and having a bubbly personality.
So Zahava is a huge amount of energy. She's apparently had some injury earlier on in her life, so she got a little bit of damage, so she got a little bit of underbite going on. Huh, buddy? Say I'm a little silly looking doggy. But it's healed up nice. She's in real good shape. She's a ton of energy. She definitely needs somebody who's got some high energy or a young family, something to that effect. Somebody's going to run all this energy off of her.
For now, walking and running is all she cares about. A bit of hiking could also be a potential new hobby for her. She may not know a lot of tricks, but she is housebroken. She is gentle with everyone, so she will be good with kids and hasn't shown any aggression towards other dogs.
So Zahava's just a wonderful doggy. She's a huge amount of energy. She loves to go outside, run around and play, and she definitely needs to get her forever home.
David Smith, NAZ Today.
Coming up, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has been arrested and is being threatened with extradition to the United States. We'll tell you the latest. Stay with us.
All right, a little brief break between storm systems today, and I have it on the national satellite right now because I want to show you this huge storm system that is now wound up here over the northern plains and really taking aim at the Midwest. This is the same storm system that brought us that very windy Tuesday, the cold, windy, kind of snow showery Wednesday, now wreaking havoc across the country. Classic comma cloud storm system, the cold front, the warm front moving into the upper Great Lakes, and the occluded part of the storm where it's actually the dying part of the storm system. Still, blizzard warnings all the way from Nebraska into Minnesota with this storm system. For us here at home, way over here, next storm system on the way, not very far off. We're going to talk about it coming up.
Thousands in savings. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. During Truck Month, save on the all-new 2019 Silverado Crew Cab LT with financing as low as 0% for 72 months, or get total volume savings of up to $9,515. It's virtually impossible to find a better deal.
Hi, this is Mark Harris. We're your Northern Arizona neighbors, and we're committed to giving you the very best deal possible. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac at terrymarkson.com. Chevrolet, find new roads.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange was arrested in the UK today and is now being charged by the United States. CNN's Alex Marquardt has more.
A dramatic end to Julian Assange's nearly 7 years at the Ecuadorian embassy in London. Resisting arrest and refusing to come out, he was dragged out by officers. His signature gray hair now long in a ponytail, a new bushy beard, shouting at the crowd. Assange now faces possible extradition to the United States, where he is charged with conspiring to help former intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning, who's now in prison, for breaking into Defense Department computers and leaking secret documents in 2010. His lawyer claims that Assange, who started WikiLeaks, was simply acting as a journalist and is protected under the First Amendment.
This sets a dangerous precedent for all media organizations and journalists in Europe and elsewhere around the world. This precedent means that any journalist can be extradited for prosecution in the United States for having published truthful information about the United States.
But U.S. prosecutors charge Assange's role in the leak went much farther, agreeing to help Manning in cracking a password to gain access to the classified information. U.S. officials and Assange critics accuse him of putting American national security at risk, as well as threatening military forces, diplomats, and covert sources.
The wheels of justice are finally turning. He's never been a hero. He released classified information that put our troops in danger.
The Justice Department says more charges could be on the way. Assange has so far not been charged in relation to the Russian hacking of the Democrats during the 2016 presidential race. A race that saw then-candidate Trump publicly praising and encouraging the WikiLeaks dumps.
This WikiLeaks is like a treasure trove. WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks.
Today, the president singing a different tune.
Do you still love WikiLeaks?
I know nothing about WikiLeaks. It's not my thing. I know nothing really about them. I don't really have any opinion.
Longtime Trump friend and associate Roger Stone is now facing charges of working with WikiLeaks to gain access to the stolen emails while coordinating with the Trump campaign. Today's arrest coming after Ecuador decided to revoke his asylum. The president accusing Assange of hostile and threatening behavior against the country, which also says the 47-year-old Australian was a terrible guest, even putting feces on the embassy walls.
In addition, Ecuador's foreign minister says Assange's mental and physical state were seriously declining based on his aggressive behavior, which made it easier for Ecuador to kick him out.
King me.
This must be how Odell Beckham feels when he scores a game-winning touchdown.
Beckham scores! Giants touchdown!
This must be how Rico felt when he triple jumped Mr. Sanchez.
Pepsi.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hi, Meals on Wheels. I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels. I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Really?
Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, smoky.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
All right, a big break from the winds out there today, a welcome relief, and we'll call it seasonably cool. Our high temperature today, 50 degrees. Average for this time of year is 57, right on average for our early morning low. Sunrise this morning was at 6 a.m. straight up, and what do you think that means about tomorrow's sunrise? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, switching it over to the satellite right now because we have another spring storm system on the approach. Here's Arizona, and we're looking at it from the satellite that is positioned over the east coast. This is the GOES East, or the geostationary satellite east. And taking a look at Arizona from this direction, we'll put it into motion. Notice the mesmerizing cloud flow all out of the north. This is a storm system taking shape over the western United States and diving our way. Now we're going to take a look at the same exact shot from GOES West, the satellite that is positioned over the west coast. And we're taking a look at the same thing here. And really, you're not noticing a lot in the way of circulation or anything because it's a very poorly organized storm system. But cold air pouring in and a couple little upper level disturbances will start rotating up here as we make our way into the next 12 hours or so, looking for scattered rain and snow showers to develop across northern Arizona this evening on the light side and really kind of get going more widespread and a little stronger tomorrow. Snow levels 6,000 feet, generally just about up to an inch of snow. Really hard for snow to stick this time of year. Mid-April, high sun angle, temperatures in the 40s, even with the snow coming down tomorrow. San Francisco Peaks, though, looking for about 6 inches of snow. Great day to go skiing. It's going to be a great weekend to go skiing as well. All right, they started off all sunny, just like we thought, and just like Aiden had forecast yesterday, and then here comes the high clouds and the storm system on the way throughout the day today. Currently outside it is 45 degrees, winds out of the west at 8 miles per hour overnight tonight. The storm on the approach, and we'll call it flurries developing, and not looking for any snow really on the ground by morning, so if you're hoping for a snow day, sunrise getting early, 5:59 now into the 5 o'clock hour. 44 degrees our high temperature with snow showers throughout the Friday. Here's the temperature out outlook. Tomorrow, Prescott 55 rain showers, 56 Payson rain showers, 56 Winslow. Possibly some very light rain. Stony, you'll see some rain showers out there tomorrow, generally around a 1/4 inch of rain. Storm system goes into tomorrow evening, quickly out of here. Temperatures on the rebound going through the weekend here, and looking quite lovely. No wind to really discuss until early next week, and it looks like a windy next week, but the weekend looking fab.
That is good to hear. I don't really like wind, so I'm going to appreciate this this nice non-windy weekend.
Right on.
Oh yeah, I like going outside once in a while. Speaking of which, Nadia, what's new in sports?
Yeah, so we're actually talking Coconino sports as well as NAU sports. Stay with us after the break.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
You. Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Nadia Armenta. The Coconino Panthers baseball team is 6-7 overall. They're sitting at number 4 in the Grand Canyon region, and there's an urgency to finish up these last 4 games strong. Head coach Daniel Vandervalk believes taking advantage of the talent they have on their team now will be the only way they will make it into the championships.
For us, it's about executing. We're a team that's not going to put 5 or 6 of them out of the yard like those guys are, or we don't have guys that are going to pump up 90, but we just got to do the fundamentals of the game of baseball and execute every time we get an opportunity.
Let's take a look at Coconino Panthers beach volleyball team. It is their first year competing at the D2 level, but they are on their way to bigger things. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and they are 4-0 in their division as well. Although this team might not always know what to expect, Panthers coach Scott Dendy emphasizes how he wants his players to leave it all on the court regardless of how the competition turns out. Hopefully this team can secure a spot in the championships later this season. Moving on to the gridiron, NAU football has continued to progress these past couple of weeks with spring football. Last season, when NAU played Eastern Washington, starting quarterback Case Cookis broke his collarbone and was ruled out for the rest of the season. Head coach Chris Ball has been taking it lightly in regards to Cookis, but the quarterback is progressing.
When he gets in there, he's done a good job. He just hasn't been taking very many reps because he's still recovering from his injury, but he's each day he's been taking more and more reps in Skelly and one-on-one, but he's been doing a great job.
Moving on to NAU women's tennis, senior Hanneke Lodewicz was the recipient for the 2019 Golden Eagle Top Female Scholar Athlete. Now this award goes to the top female athlete as well as the top male athlete who have made significant contributions in athletics as well as in the classrooms. And that is how Lodewicz made it into this week's NAU Spotlight. Hanneke Lodewicz is from the Netherlands and has played tennis since she was 3 years old. Growing up, she saw her family competing in matches and the sport sparked her interest. But there is one thing she loves most about tennis.
Winning. Yeah, I like to win a lot, even if it's like ugly. Like winning is the ultimate goal for me.
But as a student athlete, winning is not always easy when you are surrounded by homework, social life, and having a positive mindset. For Lodowicz, staying organized is the key to succeeding on the court and in the classroom.
Well, time management is pretty important. If you're able to manage school and tennis well, then you are able to perform better in tennis as well. If you're very stressed with school, you're not likely to perform as well in tennis.
Head coach Iwa Bogusz has noticed how helpful Lodowicz is with her fellow athletes.
Hanneke is, she's a great teammate. She helps everybody in school and takes care of not only tennis part but everything else. She makes sure that everybody has enough snacks on the court. She pays attention to details, and that really helps in big moments.
One teammate that she has impacted is sophomore Ellie Millard, who has been Lodowicz's doubles partner during the spring season.
Well, she's helped me out in school a lot, which really helps, and also my weakest point probably in tennis is my volleys, and it's her strongest point, so I think that's really helped with my game style and just being more aggressive at the net.
Lodowicz will definitely continue to have a big influence on the team as they finish up the season. And that is why she's in this week's NAU Spotlight. Yeah, so the women's tennis is doing well as the men's tennis, but something important to add, the Phoenix Suns actually announced a new general manager today, and it was James Jones, and he played for the Phoenix Suns a few years ago.
I remember James Jones.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we need some mix-up with the Suns.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Teams always do better when they have a coach that actually played on them, like the Kings and Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah,
it's true.
And
not the Coyotes and Wayne Gretzky.
Right, I was just going to say that.
We'll have another look at weather when we come back.
Marie, you have pre-diabetes.
Pre-diabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get pre-diabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for pre-diabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
All right, who's ready for some snow? Am I hearing some applause or some moans out there? 44 degrees tomorrow, snow throughout the day, and a very pleasant weekend with temperatures warming up. Sunday at 62.
Well, snow is not ideal for today, but it is National Pet Day today, and you might want to celebrate over the weekend. Here at NAZ Today, we compiled some pictures of NAZ Today's staff's pets. There's my dog Haggard right there, and the unofficial mascot Sam. And if you want to celebrate National Pet Day, go ahead and go home, give your pet a hug or two, or even buy them something special.
All right. Without even knowing, I took my dog on a big bike ride today.
That last cat was mine.
That's a very good cat.
He's cute.
I haven't
All
seen
right.
my
Thank
dog.
you for watching. Have a good night. Be kind to one another.